I am live again. I love this. I feel like I need to share my truth even though it's not perfect. Hey sister. Today I was on Clubhouse with my beautiful friend Kirby, the strong goddess, and we talked about perfectionism, and we talked for an hour and a half long, and it was so interesting, and it brought up to the surface a lot of things that I wanted to share as well here, and to share it with you, to share it now. And one of those things is really that there is so many things that we really think is the truth, but they're just illusions. They're illusions and they're excuses. You know, I see it a lot with my clients, and I see it a lot with myself. This saying of like, I'll do it when I have more time. I'll do it when I have more money. I'll do it when I have more energy. I'll do it when I will be more fit. I'll do it when. And life goes by, the month goes by, and nothing happened. Nothing really changed. So how do we change? How do we have the strength to create the life that we want? I feel like most of us, we feel like change is gonna come the day where you have enough money, or you're confident enough in your own skin, or you have this weight for your body, or you have these skills, or you have this new degree, and then everything will change, and then you will quit your job, and then you will create the business of your dream, and then you will go and travel the world, and this is how change happened. But really what happened is change happened in the daily life, in the daily super small actions. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. That may sound so simple and so duh, but living your life as you always did, hoping for things to be different, I feel like it's madness. It's something that goes wrong in our brains. Like, how can we believe, how can we trust that things will change if we keep doing the same thing, if we keep having the same reactions in our relationship, if we keep having the same fears controlling us, if we keep repeating the same toxic behaviors? How can we hope for a different outcome? And talking about perfectionism, we were talking about how so many times it blocked us from sharing our truth, from being ourselves, for putting our work out there, you know, for the title was Give Yourself Permission to Serve. Because when you let go of perfectionism, and when, you know, perfection is outside the picture, then you can bring yourself to the world and really serve what you have to offer. And I use that analogy that I really love about the puzzle, because you are a piece of a puzzle, the puzzle of humanity. There is no one in the world having the same shape, the same color, the same specificity of your little tiny piece of puzzle. You're so unique. You're that piece of the puzzle, and the puzzle, the full humanity, cannot function to the you cannot see the beautiful picture if you're not in it. And trying to be perfect, trying to change your edges so you can fit into someone else's shape or someone else, you know, places in the world, it will just create disconnection and not fulfill that beautiful picture that is humanity. So your job and your responsibility, and I really do believe that that is a responsibility, to show up as yourself, to try to find the truest, most beautiful version of yourself, the thing that really feels like this is you and this is unique. And, you know, doing things or sharing your truth or sharing whatever your truth is. You know, my truth right now is to fucking go on a live on social media, but maybe your truth is dancing, sharing, creating, or just talking a certain way, behaving a certain way. And when you align that with your truth and your uniqueness, with your you know, recognizing that you're this unique piece of the puzzle, it's so liberating. It's so liberating. You're not trying to be perfect. You're not trying to be ready in the future. You're not trying to think that when you will have more time, more money, more energy, when you will be in a different environment, when you will be in a different relationship, then things will change. And I have absolutely no judgment here, like really, really no judgment here, because I've been stuck in that thinking and blaming other people, my relationship, the environment, time, money. I've been, you know, really, really putting that out there and saying that it was the outside that was the reason why I couldn't change, why I couldn't find freedom within myself. And the truth is you have to take messy aligned action. I'm really not into that, you know, path of mindset and coaches that are like, let's do it, let's go for it, like very masculine, very fiery, of like, yeah, go take action and do it. Like, yes, sometimes you need that push, but I'm all about messy aligned action, which means like it comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of like, oh, I love myself, I love the world, I want to serve, I want to be of service for others, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take actions to be that better version of myself, because not only will serve myself, but being that best version of myself will also serve the people around me, right? It will serve my partner, my family, my friends, my clients. It will serve everyone that is in my field, and hopefully inspire them to also find their uniqueness and their unique gifts and to share it with the world, and not wait until you're ready. Like, there is no such a thing as being ready. This is just a fucking illusion. You will never be ready. You will never be, you know, perfect. And that's what we discussed in the clubhouse today with Kirby, is that, you know, I asked her the question, like, yes, we had this perfectionism patterns within us. Great, we had that. But I asked her, like, did you ever felt perfect? Like you get it? And the answer obviously is no. You never feel perfect or ready enough, or this is just all an illusion. So why spending our lives trying to do or to be perfect? And like, this can be about work, this can be about expressing yourself out there in the world. Like, for me, for a long time, it was like, I wish I could share that, I wish I could share my message, I wish I could share my lessons, I wish I could share my voice, but I was not doing it, you know, because even when I started, like, example, when I started doing yoga on YouTube, and I connected back with that today because I tried to record a new free yoga on YouTube because it has been months and I changed so much, and I was like looking at my past videos and people are still following this on YouTube, and I'm like, oh my god, but I'm so different, my energy is so different now, I want to teach from that energy. And again, you know, I went into you know, going back to the memories of like when I started, I wanted to have the lightning and the audio and everything, the sound, everything so perfect, and it prevented me from just sharing what I wanted to share and bringing my gifts to the world. And whether people, they like it or not, like, that's not that's not on me, that's not my responsibility. What I'm responsible of is sharing who I am with the world. And for me, it translated into teaching yoga and you know, doing Reiki and having my coaching business and showing up online and sharing all of that. And for other people, it might be cooking that meal or dancing or creating or singing or whatever it looks like for you. Again, will be so unique and beautiful. And perfectionism also for me came into my life when I was in a relationship and I realized that I wanted to have this unconditional type of love all the time. So if I had any jealousy or control, I will freak out because I'm like, oh no, I'm not perfect. And I tried to be perfect for my partner. I tried to be perfect for her family. And it just created disconnection. And that's why it was like, when you leave perfectionism behind and out of the equation, out of the picture, you can just be more real. You can, you're like, okay, I had that with one of my clients. She wanted to write poetry, and she felt stuck because she tried to have something perfect. And we work on that, and I was like, you know what, just jump on it and create the shittiest poetry ever. and like, you have to be willing to embrace the imperfection, to embrace that it's going to be messy, that it's not going to be perfect. And when I look back and I see my first creations, I think I even deleted my first YouTube videos with yoga, because of course I grow so much, but that's all about mindset as well, of like, I'm willing to create something shitty in the beginning. I'm willing to put myself out there, even though I will, not have, I don't know, for me also the English language, like, not perfect. The lighting is not perfect. The sound is not perfect, but I'm not gonna block myself from sharing my gifts. So, and I love the lives because I can just talk randomly, like, that's not structured at all, and I love sharing it, like, knowing there's people with me here watching and like connecting with people. And again, like, letting like perfection time of being ready means that we do not have to be scared. I love that. Thank you so much, Chloe. That's the thing, like, taking those messy aligned actions, like, for me, always came with so much fears, but so much fears. Like, I'm never confident, I'm like, you gain that confidence by just embracing that the fear will be here no matter what. And like, that's why you start super small. And that's how I was saying, some people, they want to change their lives and they think, they're gonna quit their job and travel the world, and that's gonna fix all their problems. That doesn't have to be that scary jump of like this big leap. It can just be like, okay, I'm gonna do something just tiny scary, but any kind of change will create some kind of resistance anyway. And especially the more you're gonna go towards your dreams and what really excites you, the more fears you're gonna be, and you're gonna be like, it's gonna scare the fuck out of you, like creating my own business and speaking my truth and opening up. And like, every time I do something that is bringing me closer to the person I really want to be, every time I'm so scared and I have a lot of fears, and that's okay. There is no antidote to the fear. I think the best thing is to accept that it will be here. And I talked a lot about this in many of my videos. Like, it's bringing, like, the fear will be in a passenger seat. Like, you're driving the car. You're the one going towards your dream. And yes, the fear will be here. So you have to love it. Like, it's going to be part of the journey the whole time, the whole fucking time. And if there is no fear, well, you're kind of stagnant. And, we were talking about comfort and being in your comfort zone, and like, really, did you incarnate on this planet to stay stagnant, to stay in your comfort zone? Like, really? No, like, we are not meant to stay in our little comfort. And I love this quote, and I think I mentioned it already on some lives, but there is this thing like, marriage is hard, divorce is hard, choose your heart. Being broke is hard, being rich is hard, choose your heart. And it goes like this with many topics. And I fucking love that quote, because at some point, like, staying in your comfort zone may seem like you have no fears and that everything is good, but at some point you're gonna get burned out or depressed so deep that it's not comfortable. It's difficult. It's hard. Choose your heart. Like, life is hard. Life is hard. There is fear. And the more we accept that, and again, like, it goes with that weight. Like, I was talking about perfection on an individual level, but I think it's also on a bigger scale, like at the scale of the planet. There is a weight onto like how we should and shouldn't live our lives, and like what is good and right and wrong, and oh, fuck that. This is so heavy to carry, this perfection. No, we are just human beings, and like all the emotions are valid and legit, and that's okay. And that's why I'm so fucking sick and tired of this thing in the spiritual or even personal development thing of like, yeah, the positive emotions and the art of positive thinking. But fuck that. Fuck that completely. We are not meant to be all positive, and there is a whole spectrum of emotions that we can feel, and we're here to feel all of it. And yes, it's fucking uncomfortable to sit with the pain, to sit with the discomfort, to sit with the sorrow, the grief, the anger, the judgment, but all of that is part of our experience as well. And what you resist persists. So the more you lean into that, and that's really, again, I'm just sharing my own experience and my own truth, and like I don't pretend to have any truth. And I'm not trying to like show that I'm perfect and I get everything. No, I'm fucking learning in the way, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm breathing in the fear, breathing in the judgment and the control and the perfection, and like trying to see myself ready in the future, so that I can lean into the experience of being fully present and being fully here. And I told this story before, but I love this story so much, I'm gonna share it again, about the pizza. During 3 months, my parents found that super cute pizza place, and we were having pizza like at least once a week. That was a lot of pizza, and I could never enjoy it because I was like trying to like, I was like, no, this is not perfect, this is not healthy, this is not vegan, this is so bad. So I was having the pizza, I was having the time with my family, and I was not enjoying it. I was not leaning into the joy of just being human, being present. And I do believe that it's important to have a vision and to reach for the stars and to create that vision where you can look forward. But how you can also embrace just the process, because letting perfection, time, and readiness outside of the equation is bringing yourself back into the present and just doing the thing for the sake of it, like creating. Like, how many times in my life I fucking wanted to create and to paint, and I didn't do it because I was not good at it, because I couldn't do anything beautiful and pretty. And then I was like, fuck that, I'm just gonna play with, and I actually find my creation very beautiful now. But in the beginning I was like, fuck that, I'm not gonna try to do something perfect. I'm not gonna wait until, I don't know, a miracle happen. And doing thing, it brings the joy back in the equation. The more you have perfection and time and structure and readiness into your equation, the more rigid it is, and you can't move, you can't breathe, you can't be yourself, because you're trying to be that rigid version of yourself that is perfect, that is doing everything, that is more evolved and better. And like, fuck that. Let's be real. Yes, there is a lot of pressure in our society to be a certain way. There is a long list of what we should do, what is right and what is wrong. Fuck that. What is more important? Realness, being real, being true, finding your own truth and sharing it. Because when you do that, you're outside of your own little perspective and out into serving the world with your voice and your uniqueness. And this is so precious. So if you're still with me here on the call, or if you're watching that on replay, I just want to take a breath here and do a small breathing meditation kind of thing, just to reconnect with the present moment. So what I like to do is place one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly, and just take a breath right here, right now. Closing your eyes, relaxing your jaw, your shoulders. Deep breath in and out through your nose. How can you feel your own presence? How can you relax the tensions in your body? Maybe in your back, in your legs, in your face maybe. To find something that is a little bit more real. A bit more deep. Keep breathing in and out. Feel your breath, feel your body, feel your heartbeat. Isn't it perfect already? Knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. And that you have the courage and the power within you to take any aligned action to bring you closer to where you want to be, while enjoying who you are right now. Because you are so precious and so beautiful and so perfect, exactly the way you are. And with your next breath, how can you accept all aspects of yourself just a tiny more? And deep breath out. Let go. Let go of the tensions. Let go of everything that is not vibrating with your own truth. Inhale. Acceptance and love and compassion. And exhale the perfection, the fears, the control. Inhale, I love you for your body, for yourself. Exhale, thank you. No, I went off its post because, okay, I don't know where I was, but I hope we get the most of this little meditation. I hope I was not paused for too long because I was really into it and closing my eyes. But basically, if it didn't work, just let's take one breath here together. Inhaling, I love you for yourself. And exhaling, thank you. Oh, good. And when you're all ready, you can open your eyes and maybe shake it out, move the energy around. Shake that perfectionism, that fears away, those illusions away. And my invitation for you really from today, from tonight, is to get a little tiny bit closer to who you are, to what you want to do, to what you want to say. And to know that you're not alone and that you're brave. You have the power within. You're a queen. You know what is right for you. You know your truth. You know your worth. And you're loved, and you're supported, and we are all connected. We are all in this together. Thank you so much for the beautiful souls that shared a moment with me, and thank you so much for the one who will watch that in replay. I love you all so much. Thank you for sharing that space with me. I really honor your presence.